Hi, and welcome to Squidlight Studio. This is my new Eurorack, whose name is Spectre, and I'm making this rack for advanced sound design and shaping. So you have Nautilus, my favorite delay, a kind of complex oscillator called Vampire Model 52 from Subconscious Communications. And then we get into the fancy stuff. You have Spectrophone, which can do real-time FFTs and, all the things that you could associate with having a spectra realized in real time. And then we get to what I really got this module for, the Collide 4. This is a lock-in amplifier from Heimbach. If you don't know what a lock-in amplifier is, or Heimbach is, Google that. You'll find some fascinating videos. I'm certainly not going to explain it. To be fair, I just got the module. I'm not even using it very well yet. We have the Crater kick drum. You need a drum. And a kind of interesting dual ring modulator crossfader over here from Erica Sense. Driving all this is Pamela's Pro Workout. Now, the purpose of this rack, I think all racks should have a purpose and be a real instrument of their own right. This is my decision. You certainly don't have to do it that way. Perhaps someday I'll get a giant Eurorack to replace them all. But this is kind of for advanced sound sculpting and design. So in order to fit this into 2x84 HP, I'm making some trade-offs. So there's not going to be, we have Pamela's Pro Workout for a clock. There's not going to be any kind of CV, melodic sequencing going on here. Currently, I'm using the KeyStep Pro for that, and similarly, there's not a lot of randomness or whatnot. There's probably not enough mixer. I'm using Cloaks, which is the open source version of Veils, for a 4-channel mixer, but there's a lot more that can be done. And so this brings me to this, this, shall we say, place in between. I need a lot more CV control here, and the cells, that's not even hooked up, I'm just using that as a blank panel right next to the other blank panel. So what fits in this, what I'm kind of thinking about, is the Make Noise QPass, along with the 0CHD, or is it OCHD? I don't know how people pronounce that one. And there's a new module I found called MISO, which is kind of a control voltage mixer. And then if I could get Otterly, that would really be enough CV to do anything. I probably can't get all of those. And I'm thinking of punting on Otterly, which is too bad. QPass is huge space-wise. It's also a huge filter, but it's huge space-wise, so I am thinking about, do I really need an 18 HP filter for this? But we'll see. What I'm going to be doing this year for 2026 is I'm probably, I kind of got into Eurorack for sound sculpture, and I'm going to be getting more back into that, into something I'm calling, shall we say, Eurorack Bonsai. So when you're doing Bonsai, you go out and then every day you take maybe just the tiniest cutting and you make the tiniest change, but you have a vision of how this plant's going to evolve, how this little tree is going to evolve, and you got to help the little tree get there. And so I'm going to be trying to do the same thing for sound design, and we'll see how it goes. It's kind of an experiment. I'm doing this for a couple of reasons. One, it sounds like a lot of fun, and thank you, Sarah Bell Reed, for kind of pushing me to go in directions I may not be comfortable with. And then two, I'm not going to have a lot of time to jam or write music or do anything like that this year. And rather than kind of trying to scramble and put songs together or, do them really haphazardly, I'd rather do something slow and evolving and see what comes of that. We'll see what will come of that. So let's turn this on and I'll show you what I mean. I'm going to mostly be doing videos without me talking because honestly I don't really like talking on videos, and you can see how dedicated I am to my YouTube setup already by how high-tech this is and how much editing I've done. But I will do some videos of my very pretty Spectre Eurorack painted delightfully purple. Maybe you'll get to see that better in some other videos. and we'll see this sound slowly evolve, and hopefully it can be something cool. So without further ado, let me actually turn on what's going on right now. So you have some this melody, which is I'm using the Vampire to the crossfading dual ring modulator, and some of that's going to the Nautilus, and that's kind of why you're hearing this pattern that's kind of getting in sync and out of sync, because I'm modulating the time on that. And then you have that booming kick drum that just came in. That's the Crater, and that's great. I like those elements. Clearly, you wouldn't want to hear this melody for the next 100 years, but it's not bad for what it is. There's like this little snappy drum in there. That's my pride and joy. That's the Collide 4, and it's really not doing much of what it should be. So, maybe in the Bonsai process, we'll get there. But the first thing I think I want to work on is this element. So, I have, let me make sure I'm saying this correctly. So, I have the output of Nautilus going into a phaser, and it's going into Spectrophone, and then I'm kind of modulating that along with the melody, CV volts per octave wise. And I might change, it might be a different melody eventually, but right now I just kind of wanted to get it to sound good. But right now it sounds like this. So that's not quite harmonious with what I'm thinking. So the first thing I'm going to do today is fix that. Thank you for watching.